Well, guys, let's go ahead and move on to the third topic of the day. And I'm super duper excited about it because I was a big fan of the show. Looks like we're going to be having a new show on the way with the
What?
game. I was so
Wow.
disappointed earlier when it was canceled
What?
because it was so good. And I get super duper excited, when we have new black shows coming, especially some that I'm really familiar with. And so this is like just really, really, really good news to me. And so I have the report right here from Essence and also Deadline. It says Paramount announces the game reboot with the original cast. And also here on Deadline, it says the game Paramount Plus hands dramedy reboot official series order Wendy Raquel Robinson and Jose Sanchez to reprise their role. But going back over to Essence, it says time to turn the game on. And we don't mean Sunday football. Paramount Plus has given a 10-episode series order for the reboot of the CW and BT series The Game. The series originally created by Myra Brock Akil, creator of BET's Being Mary Jane and UPN's Girlfriends, will be reimagined with the original cast member Wendy Raquel Robertson and Jose Sanchez returning to their roles as Tasha Mack and Malik Wright. And of course, the original article came from Deadline. And Lamont, I'm going to come to you first, but before I do, let me just go ahead and read this quote right here first from the creator. 15 years ago, I created the game, and I am so proud of the success we had, and that I was able to create the characters and stories that resonated with so many people, said Brock Akil, as reported by Deadline. I couldn't be happier about leaving my beloved characters like Tasha Mack and Malik Wright in the hands of Devin, Wendy, and Jose, who I know will build off the rich foundation this show has. My brother, were you a fan of the show when it originally first came out, and how are you feeling about them rebooting this for a 10-episode series?
I was a big fan of the show because of the diversity it brought, the storylines it brought. You had tropes in this thing. You had good tropes, good stereotypes, bad stereotypes. You had comedy, and you had real life fun. However, it seems like after about 3 or 4 seasons, when they started bringing in all these new people, they got rid of, I don't know the Anglo-Saxon lady's name that was married to Jason. But when she left, the show started going down for me. Her right there in the red dress.
Right.
When she left and they started bringing in, what was her name? Chardonnay, and that was Brandy's character. And when they brought in Chardonnay and shit, it started going to shit. I just can't lie, man. So yes, I want it back. It was a groundbreaking show. It was great. But I want it back the original way it was, and not when they started branching off into the other seasons. It lost the essence. It lost the magic that it used to have. And I wasn't quite as interested in it as I was on the first 3 or 4 seasons. So if they can bring back the essence and the magic of the first 3 or 4 seasons, then B. Avery, by all means, bring it back. I'm for it.
Right on, Larry.
This is disappointing.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
This is disappointing, and I'll tell you why. We think about it like this is potentially a good thing. It's not. You know what this really tells me is that here we are in 2021. This has been a very successful show, and none of these actors apparently can find jobs. I mean, there's no way in hell that you have a show that's this successful that these actors should not be working. Could you imagine them trying to do a reboot of The Office and all the actors are available to do a TV show? I mean, that's just
first
crazy.
of all, I think these are the only 2, based on what B. Avery read to us, these are the only 2 that are going to be part of it, of this show. The rest of the people, I've seen everybody else besides these 2, I've seen in something else, Larry. I haven't seen these 2 in anything.
And that's part of the problem. They were the 2 main characters. I mean, those were 2 of the main characters. I mean, it's to me, I think of this as a problem. I think to myself, like these men and women should be working. They should be so busy and so successful following this show that they don't have the opportunity to do it, even if they wanted to. But instead, really, what they're saying is that this is a second reboot and the 3rd iteration of this show. And that just, I mean, that's utterly ridiculous. I cannot imagine that this would have happened if you had The Office, or if you tried to do that with what was that show with
Parks and Rec,
Saint Elsewhere, The Office, Friends, that other West Wing. I can't imagine any of these shows that have been very, very popular that had white actors in there. I can't imagine that all of those people wouldn't be so busy that they would be able to just pick up and come back and do a reboot of an old show that they started doing 15 years ago. No, this isn't a good thing. I mean, it's good for the actors that they're going to get some work, but it's not a good thing.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, double.
Oh, my
God.
God.
Oh, whoa.
Man.
What is going on? What is going on? Hold on.
I'm loving this. Oh man,
Papa Avery coming through. What's good, sir? 99.99. Thanks for gracing us with your awesome guests each week. Larry, I feel like Lamont, Life Gains, Eman, Elliot, and others. Dad, thank you so much, man. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate it. Thank you.
Avery's got to look out. The Avery's got to look out for the Averys, my brother.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
Make sure you spend that. That Papa Avery money on a new computer. Don't go to the strip club with it.
Oh no, the strip club was last night. Nah,
you gotta cut. Now we hear the truth.
I'm teasing.
I bet those Clark Kent glasses weren't on last night, was it? He took them bitches off. Was like, whoa, I don't need no glasses. I see it real good.
And you don't even know the strippers are pretty ugly because they all have face masks on.
Man.
Damn. He said it must be your ass because it ain't your face.
Nah, Dad, thank you so much. I do appreciate it, sir. Thank you. Y'all are crazy, man. I love it. Y'all, I'm trying to do so much right now. No, thank you. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much, Dad.
Congrats, man. We really appreciate it when y'all send these great creators super chats, because what y'all don't know what it does for them. It helps them free up their time to not only grace y'all with great content, it allows them to network with other great YouTubers to bring you guys constant content and someone else you can relate to besides themselves and their channel. So you really, really help these YouTubers when you like their videos, share their content, and send them super chats. It is the ultimate homage you can do, and B. Avery is lighting it up tonight.
Yes, thank you.
It also means that B. Avery can stop eating top ramen and he can go get himself a decent meal.
Right on.
Hey, Larry, them bodybuilders be getting ripped in jail eating top ramen.
They surely do.
Or at least that's what Kylie Muscle lied and told everybody they do. But
Man,
I mean,
you know what's funny? There's this dude. Another little off topic. I'll get back to the show. There's this dude. He's actually from Virginia, but he's a white dude that was in jail, and he has a channel about what to expect and all these different stories about being in jail. But one of his most popular subjects and some of his biggest videos are on prison cuisine. So he'll go out and he'll buy the foods that you can get from the commissary in jail, and he'll make some of the meals that people made when they were in prison. And people love watching those videos. They're crazy. I have to look up the dude's channel name again and tell you, but it's a very interesting channel to say the least.
Right on. What I was I'll touch on that later. But back to the game. Y'all have kind of changed my position on this, because I mean, I hear what you're saying, very valid points. Because I love the show, but like Lamont was saying initially, when I got to that third or fourth season, man, it was somebody. It was one of the characters that got jumped outside of a building in a parking lot, and then he was in the hospital. Around that time, that's when the show just nose-dived into crap. I mean, it was so. I'm like, what happened? It just, I just had to turn it off. I couldn't watch it anymore.
Me neither.
And so
they got rid of Med School. Do you remember that? They got rid of her. Derwin Davis was. I was like, what? Who is this? Is not the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really unfortunate that it turned, you know, the crap hit the fan as far as that show is concerned. So initially when I heard this report, I was happy, you know, and of course I want to see black people get work and stuff like that. But I was kind of saying to myself, if it's the same characters, y'all are rebooting, like what story y'all gonna tell? I think somebody put that in the chat too. So I don't know. I mean, I was enthused about it, but y'all are kind of changing my mind. You know, SJ Evans asking why are they renewing the show, you know. Talking about Laura London, and you know that Mara Sharice is asking, you know, what story did they tell? So I don't know. We're just gonna have to see. I'm gonna give them faith, and I'm gonna have faith, and you know, we're just gonna have to see what it start like saying. Jaren, nah, they were there together for years and married someone else.
You know what? There's
ahead.
one thing about the game that I really liked, and I would I hope they continue it if he's still doing his thing. Is that the character Malik, when he would, because we all know in the show he was a straight up just I don't know, I guess he was sort of a ladies man. I don't want to call him a lady man. I was really going to call him a man whore because dude was just all about him getting his. But on the show, he used to have, when the girls would come over, and he generally had the girls come over to his spot, he would have them sign a release saying that they were going to have consensual sex. He videotaped it, and then when they would leave the next day, he gave them gift bags and got them cars and sent them on their way properly.
I remember that.
And I remember thinking to myself, this is what all professional athletes and actors should do. Because then you don't have these women that are jilted and angry. You don't have people like Tiger Woods was not even paying somebody to get a sandwich. And then they want to figure, okay, you want to be like that. I'm going to go take my story to the tabloids or something and blow up your whole career and your marriage and cost you a couple $100 million in a divorce settlement. Dude was just like, not that he was married in the show because he wasn't, but you know, he did things the right way. So there was never any question about whether what was happening was consensual or not. There was never any of this, oh, he raped me, or I didn't want to do this, or he got me drunk, or any. It was like, no, you signed a release. It's on camera. The release states that I can use the footage if need be to protect myself. And on top of that, he treated the women very well. He treated them well. He gave them a parting gift. He made sure they had a ride to wherever they were going next. It was never any of this dissing women and being overly, you know, being disrespectful in that sense. And I just think that I loved the way that they showed that in the program, because I think that's something that really should be replicated in real life.
Let me grab this super chat real quick.
Oh, that's our
money reside. What a money reside. What a money reside. What a money reside. Okay.
Buzz 703 for the 703 never got into the game. Hey y'all, thank you so much, Buzz. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for the super chat, my brother. Thank you.